What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 of the best niche fragrances for the spring. There's a lot of great fragrances in this collection. A little bit lower tier, but obviously some niche are a little bit more expensive. So I do have a few expensive fragrances in here. First, let's go ahead and start off with my recent pickup. It's going to be Himalaya. So I had Himalaya before. If you guys have watched the channel for a while, you would know that. But I did get rid of it just because I was going to look for a 50 ml. I did have a 100 ml. Only thing about the 100 ml that I have was kind of leaking. So I was like, I'll just get rid of it for someone that wants to get it at a good price. I sold it at a good price, and I was like, I'll get the 50 ml when I have the chance. Found a great price for the 50 ml. If you are interested in a great price for Himalaya, in the description I do have some affiliate links. I found it at the perfume spot for a great price. But actually, right now, it's a great price. If you have a Costco membership, you could get the 100 ml for like 140 or 150. But this 50 ml, I'm not too sure exactly how much it's going for on the perfume spot. I don't really remember what the price was. But I do have a link down below if you want to check it out. Perfume spot is one of the great discounters. They pretty much ship out the next day, and you'll get your fragrance within the same week, or at least I normally do. I get my fragrance within 2 to 3 days. But yeah, I do get a small commission at no cost to you. Just help support the channel. But yeah, let's go ahead and keep talking about Himalaya. I didn't realize how much I missed this fragrance until I smelled it again. I don't really get the gunpowder vibe that people say. I was someone that used to own a lot of pew-pews, right? But don't really get much of that. I don't think you would really want to smell like that anyways. It's kind of a weird kind of smell. It's like a weird metallic. You don't want to smell that way. A little powdery. Not too sure exactly what the notes are on this fragrance if you haven't really looked at it, but it does smell like the crisp air in a Himalayan mountain. That's one of the Creed's transportive scents. I did receive this fragrance, or I did purchase this fragrance with Virgin Island water. But yeah, really good fragrance to start off the video. Himalaya by Creed. And looking at it, it's all the way up to the brim. I've only given it one wearing since I have got it. Next is going to be one of the best niche fragrances for the spring. It's going to be MFK's Gentle Fluidity Silver. So if you are interested in the scent profile, I would definitely recommend Molinard's Les Dior. It's pretty much spot on. Longevity is just not completely there. This one is way better in longevity, and it's a really good fragrance. But the Molinard fragrance, Molinard is also a niche house that I'm not sure if they went for a clone of this fragrance, but it smells very similar. But you can find it for about $40 to $50. You can still find it in discounters, I believe. Crisp juniper berries in the top. Fresh daytime, you're out. It's one of the hotter days during the spring, but it's not completely summertime yet, you know. I would say this is a really good fragrance, especially for you that you probably live in hotter weather. So like Florida, Texas, California. It's probably already in the 80s, maybe high 80s, maybe low 90s for you. This would be a great fragrance to wear for that time. Next, this is going to be more of a spring nighttime fragrance. It's going to be a little bit more on the sweet side, but it's still a really good fragrance to wear during the spring. It's going to be L'Homme Ideal. Let me go ahead and say that right. Thank you, Poe, for the pronunciation the other day. L'Homme Ideal L'Intense. So I normally talk about the Extreme. The Extreme is a little bit sweeter. This one dials back to sweetness a little bit, and it gives you more of a leather note. I'm a bigger fan of the Extreme, but this one's also still very good. This was actually my favorite one before I got the Extreme. So let's go ahead and spray that. You do get that. I believe it is a cherry. That cherry almond mix that Guerlain has is a great combination. It's honestly one of my favorite combinations. Obviously, I talk about a lot of L'Homme Ideal fragrances. I have a lot of L'Homme Ideal fragrances, but L'Intense is probably the better one for the spring, just because it dials back that sweetness a bit. Extreme is a bit sweeter. Intense has a leather note to it that kind of dials it back. Still a really great performer. This is obviously my second bottle of it since I got rid of my first one, repurchased it. Here's my second bottle, but good enough for me to want to purchase it twice. And let's go ahead and get to the next one. I was going to say the last fragrance, but it's not. I do have two homages in this video, but it's going to be Reflection Man. It's going to be the first one. White florals, springtime, you think about flowers. It's white floral heavy, another white t-shirt kind of fragrance. You could dress this up. You could wear this one casually. Some would say this is a dress-up fragrance. I'd say this is a casual fragrance. Just because it's an homage fragrance doesn't mean you have to dress it up. If you have Gucci Guilty Elixir, I think it's Gucci Guilty Pour Homme Elixir, the little green one. It smells very similar. So I would say it's pretty redundant to pick up both. I would probably just place that one on this spot compared to Homage Reflection Man. I'm a bigger fan of Homage Reflection just because it's the first one I had. So if anything else was redundant, I kind of just stay with what I already have. No need for myself to grab two of them, two of the same fragrances. But Reflection Man, definitely a really good wear for spring. Slight powderiness, more of the white floral. Pretty much these like silver clear chrome bottles that are the best ones for spring. Even the Low Midale has the gray label on it. So besides the next one that's not silver, these are all really great fragrances for the spring. Let's go ahead and finish this video off. Just because my camera's about to die. It's going to be Jubilation 25. This one's an all-day wear. This one's a fragrance that you could wear if it's cooler for the spring. If it's warmer, dial back to sprays. Nighttime, daytime, casual, elegant. Very unique for smelling fragrance. I have not really smelled anything that smells like this. I know there's like a few fragrances that smell like this fragrance, but before I tried a lot of clone fragrances. I've tried a lot of random fragrances. I've never come to this kind of DNA, besides maybe a couple that are out there that I have not smelled yet. Great fragrance. Last time I wore this fragrance, someone asked me if I smoked cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes, but I guess the smokiness that they got from this was cigarettes. Hasn't changed what I think about this fragrance. I still love this fragrance. I guess she gets more of the smokiness. I don't really get too much of the smokiness. I get more of like a slight cleanliness, but I'd have to look at the notes to see exactly what it has to be like maybe it is like the incense or the incense that they use that kind of comes off. It's like a powdery incense, very masculine. No, I think some people compare this to baby powder. I get it, but it's like a very masculine baby powder. But yeah, that's going to be the 5 niche fragrances that I am recommending for the spring. Recommend 5 niche fragrances for myself that I need to check out if I haven't checked them out already. I am always willing to purchase some new stuff. I'm at the point that I have no idea what to purchase. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Please leave a like, subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, guys.